Facebook. Let me check. Are we going to go? But then, yeah, it's live. Oh my God. I think I should stop my talk. Are we going to go? But then, yeah, it's live. Oh my God. I think I should stop my talk.
Hello, viewers. Good evening. I'm about to start the event Padma's Parikrama within a few minutes. I hope you're doing well. Within a few minutes, I'll be starting the event. When I talk about this event, this is a brand new event we have started recently on the platform The Fertile Brains, which is a prestigious platform that gives many more opportunities to the authors, poets, and many more creative souls. And there is a purpose behind this plan. We plan to bring numerous famous personalities on this platform so that we could listen to their inspirational stories and learn about them. And it is a rare opportunity for us to know people and meet people from different walks of life. Yeah, I'm very sure you have been waiting for this event. Please give me a little more time to start the event. Today we are going to have a special guest. I'm sure you are very much eager to know her and learn more about her. Even I'm waiting to see her. I hope I'll be meeting her within 1 or 2 minutes. My special guest has been so busy with her, professional work. That's the reason she was unable to be with me. Yeah, she asked me a little more time for her as she was busy at the meeting. I'm waiting for her. Dear friends, please be with me until I start the program. Meeting a guest and an unknown person is really a great pleasure to me. I personally feel that all of us could learn a lot of things from unknown people. In this digital world, we don't find much time or many opportunities to meet people and know them. And today we are going to meet a great personality very soon. Mhm. She is trying to join us. Dear Prasanna, could you please allow her to join? She said that she's joining. Please say what is wrong with that. Oh. Same link she can use, right? Okay, she is getting connected. She says that, could you please send this link to Dr. Toolika, dear Prasanna? Okay, thank you, Prasanna. She's having problems with the. Oh, she's not getting connected, it seems. What shall we do? Okay. It's slow. Dear viewers, so sorry to make you wait here. Please have patience. We are going to meet a great personality today. Sorry for the delay. Okay, she says she's trying to get connected. I don't know, with her. Okay, before she joins, let me say something. Okay, there is an internet issue. Okay. So when we talk about our country, which is incredible, has given birth to many famous personalities, I personally feel so privileged and honored to meet them on this platform. And at the same time, it gives all of you a golden opportunity to know them. Dear viewers, please be with me. We are going to meet a personality who is really famous, not alone in India, all over the world. I'm sure you are eagerly waiting to see my special guest today. Okay, she's asking me to send the link to her mail ID. When internet is a blessing, at the same time, it also gives us some issues. That's the problem. I sent her a message. Yeah, she's here. She's here with us. Wow. Okay, now we can begin the program.
Just give me a second, please.
Yeah.
Just a
Okay.
minute.
Yes.
Let me sit down.
Yeah. Please, ma'am, settle down. Yeah.
My video is on. Not yet.
No, I can't see you.
All right. Let me see. What's wrong here this time?
Yeah. Dear viewers, I'm going to start the event within a few minutes. Please be with us. We are going to have a wonderful talk with my special guest today. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Namaste. This is Padma. Hearty welcome to Padma's Parikrama, from ordinary to extraordinary, which introduces numerous famous personalities on the prestigious platform, The Fertile Brains. And before I begin the program, let me introduce myself. This is Padma. I have been in the field of education for more than 3 decades and held various positions like the principal, the academic coordinator, head of the Department of English, and the teacher of English. I worked in various international schools in India and Maldives for a few years. I dealt with international syllabus, that is IGCSE, ICSE, CBSE, and also the state syllabus. When I was in the field of education, I trained so many teachers and organized curricular and extracurricular activities in many schools. And when I talk about my literary journey, I have been writing in 2 languages. I'm a bilingual poet. I write in English and Telugu, which is my mother tongue. I was the editor of Your Space, Muse India, for a few years. And my writings have been published in various international anthologies, newspapers, and also magazines. So that is about me. Then negativity is dark and limiting. Positivity is light and expansive. And when you are enthusiastic about what you do, this is positive energy. It's very simple. Life is always a puzzle and challenging. And when you find some complications in your path, you try to solve them to eliminate a darkened path. Success is not everyone's cup of tea. Being a triumphant and standing tall is called versatility. So today I have my honorable guest, a versatile personality, Squadron leader Dr. Toolika Rani in front of me and among us. Dr. Toolika Rani, squadron leader, I am very much honored and delighted to welcome to this noteworthy platform the fertile brains, which gives numerous opportunities to the authors, poets, and many creative souls. I'm so happy to see you, ma'am. How are
Thank you
you?
so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. It is absolutely my pleasure to be on this prestigious platform, the Fertile Brains, as well as having this time to interact with you. It is absolutely an honor, pleasure.
Wonderful. So nice. So nice. I'm so happy to have you as my honorable guest today, ma'am. It's really, I'm so happy today. Yeah. Then, squadron leader Dr. Toolika Rani doesn't need any introduction. That is what I feel. She is a well known personality globally and she won many hearts. She wears many hats. That is what our squadron leader, Dr. Toolika Rani. But anyway, let me introduce her by reading her bio. Squadron leader Toolika Rani is a multifaceted personality who has exhibited exemplary courage, determination, and grit to prove her mark in several challenging fields. She has trained hundreds of future officers in outdoor military training, including India's first three female fighter pilots as an Indian Air Force officer. She is the first Indian woman to climb Mount Everest in 2012 and Asia's highest volcano, Mount Damawan in Iran. Her latest climb was to the top of Uganda's highest peak, Mount Stanley, in 2023. As a phenomenal speaker, she has delivered over 500 talks and interviews in India and many other countries on various platforms such as TEDx, Toastmaster, Rotary International, etc. She visited several educational institutions and universities and motivated the audience with her inspirational, informative, and enthralling talks. She has been the G20 brand ambassador of Higher Education Department, Government of Uttar Pradesh and India. Uttar Pradesh, India. She was also the brand ambassador of Systematic Voters Education and Electoral Participation Program of Election Commission of India. She is the author of 8 books who penned down short stories, poems, and articles on various topics. Her adventurous and inspiring book, Beyond That Wall, Redemption on Everest, was published in October 2021. She received Sahitya Shri Award and Young Writers Award for her outstanding achievements. She has been felicitated with 19 awards, including Rani Lakshmibai Bravery Award from Uttar Pradesh Government, Government of Uttar Pradesh, done her PhD on Sherpas of Nepal, who reside at the base of Mount Everest. In addition to all these achievements, she has chosen academics as her second career, and now she is an assistant professor of history. Wow! What a life journey. Squadron leader Dr. Toolika Rani. I'm so amazed to know about you through this bio. Dear friends, dear viewers, we are going to learn a lot of things from Dr. Toolika Rani today. Ma'am, I'm very much privileged to welcome you to this platform, and we are so happy. And let me tell you, ma'am, not alone your family, incredible India is blessed to have you, ma'am. incredible. India is blessed to have you. We are proud of you, ma'am. All of us are proud of you for
Thank you
all
so much.
your achievements and your success, whatnot. To say the list is very big, but let me, know more about you. Yeah. How
Thank
are
you.
you?
Thank you so much.
Yeah. How are you doing, Dr. Toolika, today? How was the day?
It has been wonderful, ma'am. And first of all, I would request you to please call me Toolika because I'm much younger to you in age as well as experience. And it is such an honor to be talking to you. In fact, I'm still in the learning stage. I've just started many a thing. So I think life is a journey, and we are blessed to have opportunities come our way. And it is God's blessing that there are so many talented people in this world, but not everybody has an opportunity or guidance or resources to do what they
Yeah.
want to do or can do in
Yes.
this world. So I would like to place my thanks to God and gratitude to God, plus my parents, my family, my friends, my well-wishers, who have been all throughout with me in this journey, supporting me, cheering me on, and sometimes doing my share of work. So I think it is a journey which is cumulative effort of all these people. So it's
Definitely.
not just my achievement. I dedicate this, whatever I have been able to do, to all those people who are invisible in
Yes.
this journey.
Yeah, yeah. Wonderful. I really understand. Without families and friends support, I don't think these things are possible for you. I know that. I was just thinking about you, the same thing before, starting the event itself. And wonderful, wonderful. Where do you come from basically? And could you please throw some light on your childhood and the early days so that our viewers know more about you?
Gee, I come from a place of nature. I would say this is a question which, when asked to me, I'm always at a loss for words because people like me perhaps do not belong to one particular place. Everybody is born somewhere, but then I call myself a stray cloud. I call myself a wildflower. I call myself the wind. So I'm a moving person, and
Yeah.
I say mountains are my home, though I wasn't born in the mountains. But if somebody asks me where do I belong to, so it is definitely the mountains. And
Mm.
as far as my childhood goes, otherwise I was born in Uttar Pradesh, India, and but I feel that boundaries are so limiting.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to associate with one particular place, but I would rather associate with people because people are our real home. So as far as my childhood goes, I was always mm, this child who was outgoing, and I have this affinity with nature, a very strong affinity with nature. So I have learned many life lessons by observing the ways of the nature.
Mm.
And still love to watch the sunrise, the sunset, the birds, the clouds, the flowers, the leaves, the butterflies.
Yeah.
They symbolize a harmonious system of life to me. And I love to see the fireflies still. And whenever I'm in doubt regarding which direction to take, I would just go out in the nature and would sit there still. This is what I have been doing since childhood. And I
Mm.
try to find my answers there by listening to my inner voice or by listening to the wind or the water.
Okay.
So that's
Wonderful.
about my childhood.
Wow.
Always a
Beautiful.
studious person also I was.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have always been good at studies.
Very good.
And
Very good.
I love studying,
Mm-hmm.
reading, writing, literature. So though I was a science graduate, I
Mm-hmm.
did my graduation from Meerut, and thereafter I did my post graduation from Uttarakhand. Then I
Mm-hmm.
did my PhD from Lucknow. I was also doing journalism from Delhi.
Wow. Wow. So many
And then,
things. Uh,
while serving in the Indian Air Force, I have been in all the four corners of our country. I have been privileged to visit Indo-Bhutan border, served the India-Pakistan border in the west, as
Mm,
well as I have been to the Himalayas a lot.
mm,
And the
mm.
south, of course, I have had the pleasure to be at the Indian Air Force Academy
Yeah, in
in
Hyderabad.
Dundigal, Hyderabad,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
an outdoor military training instructor for
Yes.
close to 3 years. So this is about my journey till now. And I love moving to new places, meeting people,
Yeah.
because human beings are the most fascinating
Yeah.
creatures.
Yeah, that's really good. In Hyderabad, we have a place called Dundigal. Have you been to that place, ma'am? Dundigal?
Dundigal?
Dundigal in Hyderabad. That
Yes.
where there is airways, I think.
Gigi, the Air Force
In
Academy is based
airport
there.
is in
Yes, I
Hyderabad.
served there for 3 years, ma'am, close to three
Yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
were you a dreamer when you were in school or college? And how are you like a student? How was your student life?
Always a dreamer, always a doer. And yeah, I love to lead. And one thing that would define me is that I'm not bogged down by conventions.
Mhm.
I believe that if something is right and if somebody's meant to do something, made for something special, we shouldn't always go by conventions and traditions. Somebody has to take us first step. So that is what I was always in the beginning also. I was a debater. I
Oh,
love to read, write, speak.
mhm.
So public speaking is also one of my passions, I would say.
Yeah, yeah,
I love being on the stage, and this is what I have been doing since childhood. So I've been a motivational speaker
yeah.
for a very long time now. And it is not just a one-way talk. I love to connect with people and try
Conversation.
to understand
Yeah,
them better.
yeah.
And we have so much of stress in the lives, all around, in our workplaces, in our families, at the larger level in the world. There is so much of strife going on.
Yes.
I want to give people some hope
Mm.
that there is still goodness left in this world.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love to see them relaxed and smiling and hopeful. So I think that God has
Mm.
given me this gift of the words, and I would love to utilize it for the benefit of humanity.
Yeah, and you have spoken on very important topics like leadership, some of the topics, maybe. So you visited so many educational institutions, even universities.
Yes.
So how do you define education in one sentence?
Questioning, ability to question. If
Okay.
we can instill this ability to question and encourage this ability in human beings, I suppose we have imparted good education to them.
Mm, okay, that is one should be inquisitive to learn.
I remember a quote by Pluto here. He
Uh,
said, Plato, sorry, Pluto is the
yeah.
name of another loved one. So
Yeah, yeah.
it came like that.
Um,
Plato, the
uh,
philosopher, the thinker. So Plato said, the mind is not a vessel to be filled. Rather, it is a fire to be kindled. I believe
very
in
well
that.
said.
I
Yeah,
never fill my students' mind with a lot of information. I trigger imagination. I
yeah.
trigger curiosity. And that's what my aim is as an assistant professor of history,
Uh,
to make them understand why human beings do what they do and to be able to learn from history.
yes, that is really true. Ma'am, this mountaining is a thrilling and at the same time, it is an adventurous activity. Okay. And I was really amazed to know that you climbed mountains in many countries. What were your challenges and how was your experience in mountaineering? Can you please tell us?
Again, it began with my curiosity to discover myself more and my longing to be in nature always. I'm always an outdoor person. So it began in 2009 when I volunteered for a basic mountaineering course. And I didn't know much about mountaineering at that time. I just thought that I would be wandering amidst lovely mountains and watching the pristine beauty and everything. But I realized that it was much more than that. It required a total orientation of your mind and body towards a particular task That was to climb the top.
Yes.
So thereafter, I had to reorient my mind that mountaineering is not just about roaming in the pristine beauty of nature. It has a purpose, and it requires a total coordination and a different aptitude altogether. So number one was this reorientation. And I suppose for every work that we undertake in our life, first of all, this orientation is very important.
Really.
So then, along with my physical fitness, I had to train my mind to be able to climb for hours and hours together, and to be able to carry that weight and not feel the strain that my limbs were automatically feeling, because that climb is obviously straining, but enjoy this pain because it has a purpose to it, because I'm looking forward to a goal.
Mm.
So to be able to hold forth when the adversity is there, when the challenges are there, hardships are there in front of you, but to be able to hold forth and continue doing what we are supposed to do because that aim is there in front of us. That is what I learned. And yes, of course, the challenges related with the altitude were always there. It's beautiful up there at high altitude, but it is dangerous. It is risky.
It's really dangerous. When we talk about this altitude and the climatic conditions when you're climbing. And at the same time, Toolika, you need to be courageous also.
Yes, a lot.
Yeah,
Because death stares you in the face
courage.
over there.
One should be courageous to climb, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what would you advise the youngsters who really wish to go for this mountaineering? What should they do?
You must start gradually. So everything, because I get a lot of calls from youngsters asking me that how to climb Mount Everest. We want to climb Everest. But Everest is the highest mountain. We must understand that in order to be able to undertake such a task, we have to start gradually.
Mm,
So they must start at lower altitude,
yeah.
perhaps with treks, see how the body responds to altitude, get the feel of it actually, start enjoying this pain and pleasure, this combination of pain and pleasure.
Yeah.
And then gradually move on to higher altitude and the more technical peaks. Thereafter, it in a progression, move towards Everest. So,
Very good advice.
yes.
Very
And
good advice.
the excellence does not come, the fitness does not come in a day. The
Very true.
fitness has to be earned, attained by everyday movements, exercises, coordinated effort at the level of mind, body, and soul.
Yeah. So, how did you prepare for this expedition to climb the Mount Everest? And how did you feel when you climbed on the top of it? And what was your experience? And what were your challenges while climbing the Everest? And please let us know those things.
Okay. I prepared my body as well as my mind. And of course, the physical training was a strenuous. I was already a trained Air Force officer, so the physical fitness was not something alien to me. It came naturally, but I had to build upon it, the intensity of it, and I had to orient my fitness to be able to climb, because mountaineering is a specific activity that one is undertaking.
Exactly.
So running is different and mountaineering is different.
Yeah.
So I had to train my body to be able to continue climbing for hours, basically the endurance as well as strength. So I used to climb stairs a lot. I used to run also. Then I placed ankle weights around my ankles all the time to be able to wear my boots, which are going to be heavy, 1.5 kgs boots, climbing boots. And that way, I took great care of my diet and my sleeping habits, the sleeping time. Even though everybody used to make fun of me, a lot of people made fun of me at that time that she sleeps not at 10 and she doesn't eat much food. But I had to take care. The thing, bottom line over here is, whatever people's reaction is, we are not supposed to be bothered by that.
Definitely.
If we have our eyes fixed on a goal, nothing matters except the goal at that time. And
Yeah.
if we have that kind of precision in our attitude, I think we are able to achieve any goal sooner or later.
Yeah. When you focus completely
Yes.
on your goal, I don't think you will care about other things,
Yes.
like what
And
people
sometimes,
say
yes,
about you and all those things. Yeah.
true. Sometimes, what used to happen is that when I would be traveling by train, and if the train stopped at a railway station for a very long time, say 15, 20 minutes, I would get down on the station, and if there are stairs, I would start climbing the stairs.
Mm.
Because climbing up and down on the railway station or any railway station for that matter.
Yeah.
I would do my stretching anywhere, and I still do that. A lot
Yeah.
of movement can be done anywhere.
Yes.
There are certain specific moves where you can strengthen your muscles even in your office.
Yeah.
So I keep doing that still. The physical fitness is a part of my life. And
And you always looked for some opportunities. Wherever
yes,
possible, you could practice.
yes,
That
yes,
is really a great thing.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
without wasting time. Yeah, that's wonderful, ma'am. Could you please share your experiences and challenges when you climbed the other mountain that is the highest volcano in Asia, that is Damavan, ma'am, which is 5,609 meters. What was your experience and what was your challenge? I mean, how did you do that task?
Yes. I was invited by the Iran Mountaineering Foundation to climb this peak, and I was really fortunate to be representing my country, India.
Oh,
At that moment, there were close to 50 climbers
mm-hmm,
from various countries,
mm-hmm,
and I was the Indian present over there. The challenges, specific challenges regarding this climb were that it was a volcano, number one.
mm,
And since it was a volcano, the terrain was very different than the Himalayan peaks, other Himalayan peaks. And the altitude gain was quite quick. Also, as we reached near the summit, it was already high, but sulfur was coming out of the ground.
mm,
So, and sulfur getting mixed with the air, as such, the level of oxygen as we go higher up reduces.
mm,
So in that reduced amount of oxygen, there was sulfur also mixed additionally now. So it was a more difficult to breathe and continue climbing. But that was one challenge which I think was there. Otherwise, it was all right for me because I was already fit and I was already very active in mountaineering at that time.
mm.
Easy.
I'm very curious to know about your diet. How do you, how did you maintain your diet? And is there any particular schedule or a particular way of having food or exercise and all? Did you follow some
At that
schedule?
time, I used to have smaller portions of food
Mm,
at every 2 hours or 3 hours and not
okay.
eat too much, though I'm a foodie and I
Mm,
love eating sweets.
okay.
So
Okay.
sometimes I do overdo my eating
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
sweets and um, but otherwise I don't prefer to eat junk food much.
Mm,
Only once in a while I eat. So
yeah.
in that matter, I have quite control over my
Mm,
eating habit. I eat home cooked food most
mm,
of the times,
yeah.
and I eat on time.
That's really great. Yeah. Otherwise, these things
And I
difficult.
drink a lot of water.
Very
No
nice.
alcohol, no
Mm.
these drinks like juice, canned juice, or Pepsi, Coca-Cola. I don't remember when I had had them last time.
Okay. So how did this thought came into your mind to become an Air Force officer? And who was the most influential person in your life? Who inspired you the most?
My mother, of course, without a doubt. My
Yeah.
mother. She is the
Uh,
biggest critic of mine,
and
as well as
how did she motivate you? How did she guide you?
by scolding most of the times.
Acha, acha.
But yes,
Mm,
apart
mm,
from the scoldings that come naturally from a mother to a child, perhaps,
mm,
um, she gives me a lot of direction when I am in doubt as to
mm,
what I shall do next. She gives me a
mm,
lot of ideas regarding my work.
mm,
Now I am in like the idea for my research topic also came from her. I have done my PhD on the Sherpas of Nepal. I chose the Solukhumbu district, which is at the base of Mount Everest. So
Okay.
it was she who gave me this idea that you can do research on the Sherpas. Though
Oh,
I had always wanted to write on the Sherpas, but I didn't have this idea that I would be doing my PhD on them. So
okay.
she was the one who directed me towards it. Also, since now I'm an academician and assistant professor, she
Mm,
gives me a lot of ideas regarding my research work or how I can better my teaching abilities or the academic career. So, and yes, before mountaineering started in my life, she told me very clearly that it is a very risky kind of venture that you're undertaking. So you must prepare your mind first for all kinds of possibilities that can happen there. And she
wonderful.
gave me a lot of books on
Mm,
adventure, on climbing, mountaineering, legend of the legendary climbers, so that I knew what all can go wrong in the mountains, and my
mm,
mind is prepared to face those calamities. So she has always been the person who thinks that a person, when you're doing something, you must do it in an exemplary manner.
yeah,
There is no half-hearted effort in her dictionary. If
yeah.
you're there, go all through it.
Is she a working woman now? Is she working?
She's a professor.
Wow. My salute to her, ma'am. Please convey my regards to her, and it's really nice to know. You not only served India as an Indian Force officer, but also trained women pilots and numerous future officers. How was your schedule and how was your routine at the time? Did you face any challenges? How was your activities like? Could you please share with us?
My instructor tenure in Air Force Academy, Hyderabad, that was the best tenure I had in my entire service of Air Force, because I loved to run and do physical exercises. And this was a tenure in the academy where I was being paid for doing exactly this: running and make other people run, fitness and make other people follow fitness. So, as an instructor, I really loved this tenure. And there were young boys and girls. They used to stand in front of us on the first day as just fresh people from the civil stream. And our task would be to transform them into young soldiers, the
Mm.
officers. So it
Mhm.
was a mental, spiritual, at some level, and physical transformation to the core. I really loved it. I observed them doing well from the scratch, beginning from the scratch, going really high up in terms of their physical fitness, in terms of their orientation.
Mm.
And there were a lot of activities that we used to do along with the cadets. And
Mm.
I loved to lead by example. So I also learned some new things,
Okay.
so that if I'm the instructor, I should be able to lead them well first
Mm.
and lead them by example. So that is how we did it. If we were doing push-ups, I would do the push-ups in front of them and ask them to do it with me. We
Okay.
used to run the short runs, the long runs, the cross countries. So we used to run together, and I really loved it.
It must
Uh,
have been fun and at the same time challenging.
it was fun, I would say, not as much as challenging. The only part was that one, as an instructor, one shall not only focus on finishing the syllabus.
Yeah,
One shall encourage the cadets to be their best
yes,
version of themselves.
exactly.
So this is what I loved doing the most,
Mm.
that they shall not give up, that they should know that they have more within themselves
Mm.
than they also know.
Yeah,
So it was a journey in self-discovery for them,
yes.
and I loved to facilitate this journey.
Mm. So, as an ambassador of Women Empowerment Committee, what responsibilities did you hold?
This was a place given to me by the World Leaders Summit, and a lot of summits happened, a lot of talks happened, some internationally. So online, I had to speak on women issues, and I really enjoyed doing all of this,
Okay.
connecting with the women networks. delivering talks, and on the women issues. See, women's life is quite different than the lives of their men counterparts.
Yeah.
And we have different challenges, different aspirations, different circumstances. There's stereotypes that are there, which are
Mm,
quite limiting in
mm,
utilizing one's potential. So, as the women empowerment ambassador, my role was to pinpoint those systematic faults, the fault lines that are there, which divide a society into men and women, and then limit their potential.
okay.
And thereafter suggest some roles, some methods by which we can go beyond these binaries of
Mm,
being men or women. And as human beings, as unique human beings, we can utilize our potential.
mm,
And as women also, I suppose we have certain barriers because we have been kind of wired in that way by our
yeah.
upbringing, by the society. So first of all, we must know that what we think that we are women, we also must think beyond this.
Yes.
When we see ourselves as human beings full of potential, I think the others also see us that way gradually.
Yeah.
And by a collective actions, by small steps, a bigger change is also possible.
Yeah. That is then only women empowerment begins.
Yes, yes.
So, what type of changes do you see in a woman today? When we talk about the women in the past, especially in India, let us talk about India. Most of the women were confined to the four walls of a room. They were not allowed to go, have good education, etc., etc. They faced so many problems. But today's women, when you look at them, how do you feel? What changes did you find? Can you say within one or two sentences about?
I feel good about it. A lot of change has already come, and I think women are now uh, able to utilize their potential to a very large extent in various fields. Academics, in journalism, women are there. Media, women are there. They're painters, they're writers, they are teachers, of course, they're doctors, they're scientists. Having said that, there's still a very dismal score when we talk about the decision-making roles, the
Yeah.
roles, the high positions in the corporate offices or
Now
in the
they
government
are
offices
now
also.
they are good decision makers. Yeah.
They
Can
are good
we
decision makers, of course,
can we
but
say women are good decision makers today?
they are doing this
Yeah.
contribution in the nation building, but I still
Mm.
feel that there is more scope to
Mm.
liberate a woman from the shackles that the society places
Yes,
around their feet. So,
exactly.
in terms of choice, I would
Uh,
say decision making for the nation will come only after they are able to take decisions for themselves.
yeah.
So, this has to start in the families itself. The
Yes.
decisions can go right or wrong,
Mm.
but the deciding authority has to be a person
Yeah,
for his or her
definitely.
life, both. I talk about both men and
Yeah.
women. So,
And
parents, I think, when they are raising their children, they shall also think of it. And as we move ahead in our lives, there's still there are still conceptions that must change. Uh, so
definitely. I
yeah,
agree with you. I agree
women's
with you.
opinion
Yes.
matter. They're not
Staying.
always aggressive. They're not.
Yeah.
There is a certain kind of mold, a frame that when you say a woman, so every human being that falls in the category of a woman,
Uh,
a female, shall become a woman by
mm,
following certain types or molds or frames. So
yes.
so we are by gender we are females, but as Simone de Beauvoir said, no, one is not born a woman, one is rather made a woman.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these social expectations that you are a woman, so you are supposed to behave like this. Be kind, be natural, be. I have a poem which I wrote. I
Okay.
would like to share it here.
Yeah. Yeah. You can. You can.
Um, just a few lines. I don't remember perhaps the exact lines because it is going to be in my next book,
Oh,
next
oh.
poetry book. It is
Uh,
going to be published. But the last lines are something like this: that I was no lady after all.
mm,
I was a warrior meant to kill, not to nurture.
Wow.
Now, this doesn't fall in the category of women from the worldly standards. When you say, I was no lady after all, I was a warrior, reared to kill, trained to kill, not to nurture. And when we have a general perception of women, we would say that women are nurturing naturally. No, not all women are nurturing naturally. Some women are warrior women.
Yeah.
This nurturing ability or orientation doesn't come naturally, perhaps to all women. As being a warrior doesn't come naturally to all the men. Some men are born poets. Some men
Yes.
are soft. So this softness and this bravery, valor, they go by gender in present times, but I think that concept shall change. A woman can be as brave as a man. A man can be as soft as we perceive a woman to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how did writing begin in your life? How did you start your literary journey?
I think as far as back I can remember, I have been writing. I wrote my first poem when I was 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I was in third standard at that time, and I'm really thankful to my teacher. When I showed that poem as a child to her, she was quite encouraging and she said, keep writing. I still
Mm.
remember that. I'm so grateful that she said that.
Okay.
Yes. And so I have been writing since then, poems, essays, whatever comes to my mind.
And you have authored many books, right?
I have authored
Yeah.
8, ma'am,
Mm.
and my ninth is under publication, and
Wow.
the 10th one is also ready. So
Very nice to know. And when I talk about your book, which made you, a winner or an awardee, whatever it is, Beyond That Wall, Redemption on Everest, made you receive the prestigious awards, Sahitya Shri Award and Young Writer Award. Can you give us a glimpse of this book? What made you write this? Is it about your journey, and what are the main things that you included in the book? Could you please tell us, Toolika?
yeah. It is about my Mount Everest climbs. I would say climbs because I had two attempts on Mount Everest. One was in 2011 as a part of the Indian Air Force team, and the other one was my individual expedition done during my leave. So, during my first expedition in 2011, I was more than halfway up on Mount Everest, but I couldn't make it to the top.
Okay.
So I came back as a failure. And then I thought, what went wrong? So at this particular time, like we all meet failures in the life's journey, everybody does,
Yeah.
but our reactions differ.
Yeah.
So some people just put it on the external factors and justify if they are not able to do something and be content with it. I think it is okay if they want to do it because everybody has their own circumstances, orientation, and everything. But for me, when I fail, I try to sit down and look within and analyze as to what I could have done better. So this is what I did. And in 2012, I launched my own individual expedition during my leave. I'm extremely grateful to Indian Air Force that my organization let me go on this expedition and supported me with the equipment also and a lot of weather information and all. So then when I went, this transformation within 1 year from my failed attempt in 2011 to my successful attempt in 2012, what journey I underwent inwardly,
Okay.
and also the direction of my climb during 2011, not more of that expedition, but more of the later expedition 2012, how I undertook it, because my second climb was done in very adverse conditions, I would say.
Okay.
A lot of challenges were there.
Oh.
It was my individual expedition. I was bearing the entire expenditure. And of course, a lot of pressure was there on me to succeed. So, and adverse conditions, an ego clash also with a senior officer. ensued here, which
Okay.
worsened the conditions over there. And
Uh,
of course, when it's climbing Mount Everest, so it is difficult in terms of natural calamities and everything, challenges. And how I hold my ground over there, and how I climb up despite challenges, adversities,
mm,
how I keep my mental balance intact and determination intact in the
mm,
face of repeated failures, repeated challenges. This is what I have chronicled in this book, Beyond That Wall, Redemption on Everest. I right now don't have a copy with me here because during my last talk, all the copies got sold out. So I'm yet
uh,
to have more copies.
uh,
Um, and so when I came back after my successful climb in 2012, I was
mm,
hospitalized for frostbite in my toes.
okay.
And during that period of 3 months of hospitalization, I wrote this book, literally sitting on a hospital bed.
Oh, you got time there to do that.
Yes, yes. So I utilized my time
Utilized it.
while I was healing my toes. And thereafter, 21 publishers rejected it, saying
Oh,
that nobody reads books and nobody reads adventure books, per se.
uh, uh,
But I continued, I persisted for 9 long years again.
uh,
And 9 or so years. In 2021, this book got published.
uh. Yeah,
And thereafter,
I'm sure it will be, an excellent book.
it gained
Yeah.
considerable success, I would say,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I'm sure
Because
it
of,
is an excellent book. Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Very nice. And you might have written everything, your experiences while climbing and all those things you might have
I
written.
think if youngsters read it, they will know that they don't have to give up at
Mm,
any adversity, because
yeah,
life is just more than one failure. Life is just more than one day,
yes,
one end of relationship. Life is more than that.
yes.
You have to have a longer vision. And if people of any age read it, they
Uh,
will find that it is
yeah,
all about our mind, what
okay.
we do in life, and what comes out.
Yeah. When I talk about writing, Toolika, how do you pick up a topic? How do you select a topic to write? Either it is poetry or stories, whatever it may be.
It comes very spontaneously to me. I generally, I don't know if it is a good thing or bad, because I haven't had formal training in literature. But as far as poetry goes, it just spurts out of me
Very
at any
good.
moment.
Yeah.
So
On the spot.
on
Suddenly
the spot,
a thought
yes,
comes to your mind and you just start
yes,
writing.
and I just write it.
That's
So
really good. Yeah.
most of my poetry writing I do while commuting to my work and back
Mm,
in a car
mm,
in a crowded place.
very nice. And when you live in the lap of nature, definitely you love to, observe and write. Maybe you might
Yes,
have written so many poems, maybe those days. That is what I feel. Yeah.
yes, I write poems continuously, ma'am, because sometimes it just comes naturally to
Yeah.
me
Do you write in Hindi and English or in any
in
other
both the
languages?
languages.
Both the
Both the
languages.
languages.
Okay. Could you please recite a couple of poems?
Yes, yes, I will do that.
Whatever language you feel like, if you are interested to read in Hindi, no
Definitely.
problem. Yeah, anything.
I would recite from this book, A
Yeah,
Wild Flower.
yeah. Please,
So
please go ahead.
yes, there was a discussion of this title also. How much time do we have actually with
Yeah, we can have 10 more minutes. It's okay. No.
So, some people, there was a very funny incident on the title of this book. I went to meet Dr. Santosh Bakaya, who
Mhm.
has graciously written the
Yes,
foreword
yes.
for this book,
Even I know
and I
her.
posted pictures on LinkedIn and Facebook. A very, smiling pictures. We had a very warm meeting. And a gentleman wrote a comment on this, that why do you call yourself wildflowers? You ladies are quite dignified ladies, dignified looking ladies. Why do
Mm.
you call yourself wildflowers?
Uh,
But so to this, my answer is that this wildflower doesn't literally symbolize what people understand by wild
yeah,
in the physical sense. No,
yeah,
a
yeah,
wildflower symbolizes resilience.
yeah, definitely. If you
So it
think
is
of,
not growing in a garden. It is not
mm,
being taken care of. A wildflower blooms anywhere,
yeah,
perhaps on a rock,
yeah,
perhaps in a jungle, anywhere. So nobody cares for it, perhaps. Nobody, and it does not care whether anybody appreciates it or not. is able to see, to not, nothing.
You
It
can,
just draws
yeah,
its sustenance from whatever.
everyone can resonate with
Yes.
those things with life.
Yes.
You know, how strong a person can be like
Yes.
that also. Yeah.
Yes. So that's about the title.
Yeah.
And here the very first poem is Rebellion.
Okay.
Rebellion. The shackles of familiarity, the notions of similarity bind me not anymore. Because deep down in my heart, I know I'm not similar or familiar to anyone. A wild bush, I bloom in abundance. Do not shy of drawing my sustenance from the endless sky and the oceans vast, from the lands unknown where eyes cast an adoring gaze, and thoughts running past the lampposts, the milestones, into a trajectory uncharted before. Call me gutsy or foolish and immature. I define the courage to remember it more. I was born alive. I was born alive. 1 in a million. Oh, hold me not. Oh, hold me not. I am in a mood of rebellion.
Wow. Lovely, wonderful. Ah, beautiful thoughts. And you executed them so well, Toolika. I loved it.
Thank you. Thank
Would you
you.
like to read one more?
One more, perhaps. Let me see. So, yeah, I will read one from this book, Hasrate, which is my Hindi poetry book.
Yeah.
And yeah, Hasrate, okay. इंसान जीव अदना सा पर बेहद खुराफाती. इंसान जीव अदना सा पर बेहद खुराफाती. न कदम रुके उसके कभी, न दिल दिमाग ही. जितना पाया उससे भी अधिक रही इच्छा. जितना खोजा उससे भी ज्यादा जिज्ञासा. एक बार अगर आभास हुआ इस जीवन की सुंदरता का, तब जितना घूमे धरती को, अंतर में आखिर चैन कहाँ. हसरतें असीमित, हसरतें असीमित बाद एक के बाद उफानों पर आती. जंगल देखूं, हिम शिखर चढ़ूं, या संध्या ताकूं मरुस्थली. जंगल देखूं, हिम शिखर तकूं, या संध्या ताकूं मरुस्थली. साहित्य विश्व भर का पढ़ लूं, या नृत्य विधाओं को सीखूं. हो ज्ञान शस्त्र का भी मुझको, गर आन पड़े रण में लड़ लूं. जीवन छोटा, धरती विस्तृत. जीवन छोटा, धरती विस्तृत, उससे विशाल हसरतें मेरी. तो आओ बाहें खोल के मैं जो भी क्षण हो उसको जी लूं. हसरतें रहें जब तक आंखों में, तब तक मानव जिंदा है.
Wow.
हसरतें रहें जब तक आंखों में, तब तक मानव जिंदा है. वरना उड़ ही जाना है एक दिन, सांसें एक परिंदा है. हसरतें रहें जब तक आंखों में, तब तक मानव जिंदा है.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you so
So
much.
beautiful. And deep thoughts, well expressed, beautiful words. Vocabulary is also beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, how do you celebrate your success and how do you tackle your failures?
Celebrate my success. I do a little dance. And I thank God, of course. I look up at God whenever I'm able to achieve something, that it has been because of His grace.
Okay.
I come back home, I give a hug to my mother. I thank my people. And when I fail, I again look up at God. I cry a little. And I tell him what's going on in life. What more shall I do? Give me direction. Give me strength. So that I'm able to do better the next time.
How do you define success in a sentence? According to you, what is success?
Happiness is success.
Very good. When you are happy, that is success. Very good. Yeah. And do you have any favorite hobbies or are you passionate about anything?
I love working out. So though I have a tendency to put on weight at times, but I absolutely in love with working out, moving my body. and being able to achieve a lot. I love that strength and agility in myself. I love reading and writing. I love interacting with people from different cultural backgrounds and finding similarities lying underneath, because there is a lot of division in terms of culture, in the name of culture, religion, caste, or gender, or nationality in the human race. But I love to find out the similarities which are there, because we still belong to one human race.
Okay, now you teach history, right? Are you in a university?
I'm in a college, ma'am.
You're in a college. Okay. So, how do you define a rapport between a teacher and the students, and how is your experience with your students? Can you share some, your challenges or happy moments in your classroom or with your students?
Yes.
Something like that.
What I do is with my students, first and foremost, is I teach them history standing near a map. So I let them know why it happened, what happened. And a lot of things happened because of the geographical terrain was such. So the interdisciplinary teaching I love to do. I just don't teach history as an event, a compilation of events or acts. I let them understand the uniting force, the thread that runs between events, and the root cause why it was done. What, and if they were in that condition, in that context, because history shall be taken in its context, the time that it happened in. So I try to take them in those conditions, in that context, and ask them, if they were this person, what would they do? And it is amazing to see, most of the times, even without knowing the course of the history, perhaps, they would do exactly what was done before. So that they, number one, they stop judging people from the past. Number two, they know that human beings have similar kinds of thoughts and inclinations, and we must learn from history our lessons in order to be better and not be much in the role of a judge, perhaps.
See, you have played multiple roles, in different fields. So, which one was so challenging to you? If I ask you, which is the best?
Every phase of my life I've enjoyed thoroughly, I would say. So I wouldn't choose one. I would choose all of them as they came.
That's a fantastic answer. That's the best answer. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's wonderful interacting with you, Dr. Toolika Rani. Toolika, you asked me to call you Toolika, and it was a very, very, nice talking to you. You are an inspiration to many people around the world. That's what I would say. And when I talk about your abilities, the challenges that you took, and how you became successful, and still you are so humble, so friendly. I never felt that, I'm meeting you for the first time. So happy to meet you, Tulika. So nice talking to you. Thank you so much for your valuable time spending with us. Thank you. Thank you once again.
My
We
pleasure,
are,
ma'am. Absolutely
yeah,
loved
we
talking
are
to
proud
you.
of you. We are
My
proud.
warm regards to you
How did
and
you
the
how
viewers.
did you
Thank you.
feel? How did you feel the conversation? What is your opinion?
Enlivening. Enlivening, enriching. A lot of warmth
Yeah,
flew
yeah,
to
yeah.
and fro.
And at the same time, even viewers and I learned a lot of things from you. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's a compliment, and
yeah,
I
yeah,
would like to take it with a lot of
yeah,
humility.
yeah, yeah. You are an inspiring person, undoubtedly. Yeah, thank you so much, Tulika.
That's
Once again, thank you.
my pleasure, ma'am. Good day.
Good day, good night. Bye. Thank you, dear Tulika.
Yes,
Be blessed always. Wish you all the
ma'am.
best for your future challenges and endeavors, whatever you want to do. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good day.